Question 1. Convert the given fractional numbers to percents. A is 1 over 8, B is 5 over 4, C is 3 over 40, and D is 2 over 7. A part 1 over 8. So we write first of all 1 over 8 as it is. Since we have to find its percentage, therefore we have to multiply it with 100 and attach percent sign. This is how you find percentage for a given fraction. So 1 over 8 into 100%. Now you have to simple reduce it. So 50 to the 100, 4 to the 8, 2 to the 4, 25 to the 50, and 1 to the 2, 12.5 into 2 is 25. So this gives you 12.5 percentage. B, 5 upon 4 as it is into 100%. So 1 4 is a 4, 25 4 is a 100. Now 5 has the 25, 2 carry, 5 to the 10 plus 2 is 125%. So one thing has to be kept in mind, that percentages can be greater than 100 as well, and it can be less than 100 as well. So if you want to check whether your percentage will come above 100 or below 100, you can check by observing the fractions itself. Here it is proper fraction because numerator is less than denominator. So whenever a case of proper fraction is there, your percentage will be less than 100%. And whenever you have unlike fraction, that is numerator is greater than denominator, then your percentage will be greater than 100. Similarly here it will be less than 100, here it will be less than 100. Now solve it. 3 over 40 as it is into 100. Simplify it. 0 0 cancel first of all, then 5 to the 10, 2 to the 4, 1 to the 2, 2.5 into 2 gives you 5. Now multiply it. 25 into 3 is 75. Attach decimal as well. So 7.5%. D, 2 over 7 into 100%. 100 into 2 is 200 divided by 7, and when you divide it, it gives you 28 and 4 by 7. You can divide it as follows. 7 to the 14, therefore 2 came, then you have 60, 7 8s are 56, and 4 is remainder, and 7 as it is. So in this way you can also do without actual division. So that is your question number first. Question second. Convert the given decimal fractions to percents. A 0.65, B 2.1, C is 0.02, D is 12.35. The first decimal given to you is 0.65. Again, we have to multiply with 100%. So we break it down 65 over 100 because decimal is separated and it is converted to fraction. You know it very well how it came into 100 as it is. Now you can cancel 100 over 100. Percentage remains intact and 65 as it is. Therefore, 0.65 is equal to 65%. B 2.1. So 2.1 into 100%. Again, breaking it, that is converting it into fraction form, that is 21 over 10. At decimal, put 1 and number of digits after decimal, make them 0 in the denominator. 0 0 cancel, simply attach 0 to this, 21, so 210%. C 0.02% into 100%, again converting it into fraction, 2 over 100, that is 1 0 0, therefore written 100, 100 cancel, 2%. 12.35 into 100%, 1235 divided by 1 0 0, 100 cancel, 1235%. In this way you convert your decimals into percentages by simply multiplying the decimal with 100%. So that is your second. Question number third. Estimate what part of the figures is colored and hence find the percent which is colored. So you have to find the percentage of colored portion. Such type of a question you have also done in your previous class, that is 6th standard. But here you have to find percentages as well. So in first part, how much portion is shaded? It is a quadrant that is divided in 4 parts, 1 2 3 4, only 1 is shaded, therefore 1 out of 4. Now we know how to convert fractions into percentages. We have done in first question. Simply multiplying the given fraction with 100 and attaching percentage sign. Now 1 4s are 4, 25 4s are 100. So 25 into 1 is 25%. So 1 over 4 is 25%. So this figure is shaded 25%. Second, number of divisions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many are colored? 3. So 3 out of 5 multiplying with 100%. 1 5s are 5, 25s are 100. So 23s are 60. 60% of region is colored. Here, total number of regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to the 8, and 3 out of 8. 3 over 8 part is colored. Now in percentage, multiply with 100%. Now 300 over 8, when you divide it, it gives you 37.5. You can do it in your rough. So here 37.5% of the region is colored. In this way you find percentages of colored regions. That is your third. Question number 4. Find A part 15% of 250, B is 1% of 1 R, C is 20% of rupees 2500, D is 75% of 1 kg. In this question you have to find the value of the given percentages for any number or any quantity. So what will be 15% of 250? That is what this question wants to ask. Now 15%, you know, percent means divided by 100. Therefore 15 over 100, writing off means multiplication. This we have told you several times in the past. So replacing off with multiplication, 250 as it is. Now simplify it. 0 0 cancel. 3 5s are 15, 2 5s are 10. Further, not reducible. Multiply it. 25 3s are 75 over 2. And half of 75 is 37.5. So 15% of 250 will be your 37.5. That is your A. Similarly, we will do rest of the parts. B. What is 1% of 1 hour? That is 1% of 60 minutes. So 1% means over 100, off means multiplication, 1 hour. 1 over 100, changing hour into 60 minutes. So 0 0 cancel, 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10. So 3 over 5 minutes. So 1% of 1 hour is equal to, in terms of minutes, 3 over 5 minutes. Another answer can also be given in terms of seconds. Just replace minutes with 60 seconds because we know 1 minute contains 60 seconds. Rest same. 3 by 5. Here nothing means multiplication into 60 seconds. This means 3 by 5 of 60 seconds will be equal to 36 seconds. So 1 5s are 5, 12 5s are 60, and 12 3s are 36. So 36 seconds or 3 by 5 minutes is what? 1% of 1 hour. So both answers are correct. It is just a representation in different units. C. 20% of rupees 2500. So 20 over 100, that is 20%, of means multiplication, rupees 2500. 2 zeros cancel out. Now 25 2s are 50 and fix 102. So 500. So 20% of rupees 2500 will be your 500. Don't forget to write units. Here it is rupees, therefore you have to mention that we are talking about rupees. That is your C part. 75% of 1 kg. So 75% means upon 100, off means multiplication, 1 kg. You know how this can be solved? That is, you count the number of zeros and fix decimal after 2 digits because 2 zeros. So 1, 2. So 0.75 kg. This you have learned in your previous exercise. Now this was in terms of kg, but we can also give the answer in terms of grams. We know 1 kg contains 1000 grams. Therefore 0.75, nothing means multiplication, kg means 1000 grams. Now you know how to solve the number whenever it is multiplied with 100 or 1000. This you have learned in your previous exercises. So whenever you have to multiply, then you count the number of zeros and put decimal towards right hand side of the previous decimal. So here 3, so we will shift decimal towards 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3. For 3 we have to introduce 1 0. So you can check here. Initially the decimal was here. We counted number of zeros 3. Therefore 1, 2, 3. So the number we attained is 750 grams. This means that 750 grams is 75% of 1 kg. So that is your D, and that makes your question number 4th. Question 5. Find the whole quantity if, that is complete quantity, 5% of it is 600, 12% of it is 1080 rupees, 40% of it is 500 kilometer, 70% of it is 14 minutes, and 8% of it is 40 liters. Here the question is a little bit twisted. Now we have to find 5% of a number gives you 600. That is, we are given with the final value. Earlier we have to find this value, but this time this is given and we have to find what is the actual number. So we have done such type of a question in previous exercise as well. There are many ways to solve it. One is unitary method that you have learned in your previous class, but we will not follow that because that is too much lengthier and that is time consuming as well. We will solve it with the help of proportion that uses ratios. So we go like this. 5% is how much? 600. And the number that we have to find, let us take that to be x, that is 100%. 5% is 600. What will be 100%? 100 means that whole quantity, because the question says that 5% of that whole or complete quantity is 600. So complete quantity will be 100%, and that is to be found. So we have taken it to be x. Now we cross multiply, but before that we simplify the numbers. So you have to learn one thing. When you are solving in proportions, then you can also simplify the digits like this on numerator on both the sides. So 1 5 is a 5, 12 5 is 60, fix 0. Why we solved this way? Why we didn't solve this way? Because it is easier to multiply with 100 later on. As you can see here, we got 120, we just fixed 2 zeros to it. So x comes out to be 12,000. So 100% of that number was 12,000. It means that 5% of 12,000 will be your 600. That is your A. Similarly, 12% of a whole or complete number which we don't know is 1080. Therefore, we wrote 12% equals rupees 1080, and 100% will be what? We have to find 100% of that number. Again, cross multiply, but before that we will simplify it. Again, as we told here, that in proportion we can reduce on both the sides of the numerator as well as in the denominator. So 1 12 is a 12, 12 9 is a 108, 0 as it is. Now 90 into 100, simply fix 2 zeros to it. So 9000 is your x, that is the whole number. It means 12% of 9000 will be rupees 1080, and don't forget to write units. Here it was talking about rupees. That's your B. C. 40% of it, or 40% of the complete number is 500 kilometer. So 40% is 500 kilometer, 100% will be what? Here this 0 can be cancelled with this 0, and then 1 4 is a 4, 125 4 is a 500. Now we simply multiply it. 125 into 10 is 1250 kilometer or 1250 kilometer. Also you can observe in this questions that we have also cancelled percent. So this is also true. You can cancel percent as we have cancelled in all the questions. So that is just C part. Now D. 70% of a complete number is 14 minutes. So 70% is 14 minutes. What will be 100%? Let's assume it to be x. You can consider it any variable. So 0 0 cancel, percent cancel, 1 7 is a 7, 2 7 is 14. So 20 minutes. It means 70% of 20 minutes is 40 minutes. That's your D. E. 8% of complete number is 40 liters. So let's consider that complete number as x. So 8% is equal to 40 liters. 100% will be what? Percent cancel. 1 8 is a 8, 5 8 is a 40. Fix 2 zeros to 500 because we are cross multiplying. Here x into 1 is x equals 5 into 100 is 500 liters. It means 8% of 500 liters is 40 liters. So that is your E of your question number 5. Question number 6. Convert given percents to decimal fractions and also to fractions in simplest forms. A is 25%, B is 150%, 20%, 5%. In this question, reverse has been asked. We are given with the percentages and we have to first find fractions and then we have to simplify them as well. So 25%, first write its decimal fractions. Percent means divided by 100. Whenever you see percent and you have to get rid of that percent, you divide that number with 100. That is what percent means. Per means division, cent means 100. So 25 over 100, you know how to solve it. You have done in your previous classes. Write 25 as it is, count the number of zeros, and fix decimal from the extreme right of the number, that number of times the 0 came. So 2, so 1, 2, 0.25. Now simplest form, you just simplify it. First of all, writing 25 by 100. 125 is a 25, 425 is a 100. So answer is 1 over 4. And this way we will do rest of them. 150%. So 150% means divided by 100. 1 0 cancel. So fixing 0 here. So 1.50. If you don't write this 0, then also the answer will be correct. That is 1.5 is also correct, because this 0 doesn't mean anything. Now simplest form is 0 0 cancel. Now 15 over 10. So 3 5s are 15, 2 5s are 10. 3 by 2. That is your B. 20%. 20 over 100, because percent, this is per cent, and then write 20 first of all as it is, 2 digits decimal fixation. So 1 2 0.20. Simplest form is 20 over 100, 0 0 cancel, 1 2 is a 2, 5 2 is a 10. So 1 over 5 is your required fraction for 20%. 5%. So 5 per cent. 5 writing first of all, counting number of zeros 2. So fixing it 1 2 and writing 0 because it looks better. 0.05. Now simplest form, writing 5 over 100 first of all, and 1 5 is a 5, 2 5 is a 10, fixing 0, 1 over 20 for your 5%. And that is your question number 6. Question 7. In a city, 30% are females, 40% are males, and remaining are children. What percent are children? What is the given information in this question? Percent of female is given. That is 30%. And 40% male are also there. Therefore, writing percent who are males, 40%. And what will be remaining? So you have learned in this year chapter that when you add all the parts of percentage, it adds up to 100. This means, suppose this is a circle. We are given with 40% and 30%. So this whole complete circle is 100%. So first, if you add these two and subtract whatever you get from this by 100, you will get the remaining part. That is the idea behind this question. And remaining are children, which you have to find. You have to find percentage of children. So percentage of children will be 100% minus sum of these two. 40 plus 30 is 70. 100 minus 70 is 30%. So this means we have 40% of males, 30% of females, and 30% of children. So total, they add up to 100%. So percentages adds up to 100. This is to be kept in mind. That is your question number 7. Question 8. Out of 15,000 voters in a constituency, 60% voted. Find the percentage of voters who did not vote. Can you now find how many actually did not vote? In this question, we are given with total number of voters. So we wrote total number of voters in a constituency equals 15,000. The constituency is an area from where a candidate is elected, and the other information is 60% of people voted. This is a voter who actually votes, and there will be some people who fell sick or didn't show up during voting. So we have to find those voters. Find the percentage of voters who did not vote due to any reason. That may be anything. Now percentage of voters who did not vote. As we have told in previous question, and you have also studied in this exercise, that total adds up to 100%. That is, the one who have voted and the one who haven't voted will add up to 100%. Therefore, if we subtract 60 from 100, we will get the voters who did not vote. So therefore, we did the same. Percentage of voters who did not vote, 100 minus 60%, that is 40%. That completes your first part of the question. Other part says, can you now find how many actually did not vote? Well, this is percentage, but we have to find exact number. That is what this question asks. Now, number of voters actually did not vote will be 40% of the total voters. That is 15,000. So 40 per cent of means multiplication 15,000. Straight away cancelling 2 zeros. Now 15 fours are 60, and how many zeros are left? 1, 2. Fix 2 zeros. So 6,000 voters didn't show up for voting. So that is your question number 8. Question 9th. Mita saves rupees 400 from her salary. If this is 10% of her salary, what is her salary? The given information in this question is Mita saves rupees 400 from her salary. This is 10% of her salary. It is given to us that whatever she saves 400. This number is equal to 10% of her salary. Now what is her salary? So her total salary will be 100%. 10% of that total salary is 400. This is similar to one of the previous questions we did. However, it is in statement form, in a problem form. We use proportion, although we could do it using unitary method. That is lengthier, and our focus is to learn proportion way in this chapter. So we solve the question using the same. So rupees 400 from her salary equals 10% of her salary. Now rupees X will be her 100% of her salary. So remember, in proportion you write similar units. So percentage from her salary. It cannot be used in a flipped manner. That is 100% of salary equal rupees X will be wrong. So always pay attention while you deduce such kind of expression. Again, rupees 400 is equal to 10%. And what will be 100%? So we have taken it to be X. Now cross multiply. Before that, simplify. From her salary cancel. Of her salary cancel. Percentage cancel. We will be left with rupees and the variable X that we have to find. And 1010 is also cancelled. Now cross multiply. X into 1 because everything is cancelled. So X equals, now this side, 400 into 10, 4,000. So her total salary is rupees 4,000, and out of that 10% she saves, that was equal to 400. So that is your question number 9. Question 10th. A local cricket team played 20 matches in one season. It won 25% of them. How many matches did they win? The total number of matches played equals 20, given to us. Now the team won 25% of the total matches. Writing the same, percentage of matches won 25%. How many matches did they win? Now we have to find the real number. We are given with a percentage, we have to find the real number. So number of matches won will be 25% of what? 20. Now this is statement form. In mathematical form, you know very well how to write it. 25%. Per means division, cent means 100, of means multiplication, 20. Now simplify it. First of all, 0 0 cancel, 1 2 is a 2, 5 2 is a 10. Now we have 25 over 5. 1 5 is a 5, 5 5 is a 25. So only 5 is left in the numerator, nothing in denominator. So therefore 5 matches won. That is 25% of 20 is equal to 5. So the team won 5 matches in total. That is your last question, question number 10.